You emerge into a quiet copse of trees. Somewhere you will find Hermia, who surely hides deeper in the wood. Around the corner, you spy a squadron of hunters. Without a word, they lunge toward you, their competition. A lieutenant of the Wild Hunters scowled on him, and his fellow hunters brandished their weapons at you.
I never guessed that you would come this far.
The Red Cat says,
But this is where your hunt
Happy falls to the ground, quietly muttering curses. Through the fallen tree trunk, and out you come into a calm grove of pinkish trees. At the far end grows a ring of glowing mushrooms. You step into the ring and are transported into another part of the wood. Before you is a large door locked with magic. To your right, you notice a stone relief of the sun. From somewhere above, you can hear Hermia's voice.
So the worm has wriggled through the bog and into a murder of crows. You may try to steal their meal, but the birds have hardy wings. I too am hungry, but there may be food left once I've eaten my fill. Perhaps there will be scraps left for you to chew.
You step into the circle and reappear in a clearing with a winding path. You spy a stone relief of a nymph on the rocky mountain. You find yourself in a small glass passage beneath the tree hollow. You spot clearly defined footprints in the dirt. Someone must have traveled through here quite recently. A pixie turns towards you.
What are you doing here?
He asks.
Oh, me? I'm following the others. I'm definitely not lost or anything.
The pixie sighs.
Fine, maybe I am lost.
He says.
But we'll find our way out of here, and you never will.
As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. A dryad stands proudly in front of you. When she sees you, she does not hesitate to defend her home. The dryad is strong. Behind her, you notice a lever marked with the crest of the nymph. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. Somehow, you find yourself somewhere that resembles the manicured garden of a grand estate. A stone relief of a moon adorns the opposite hedgerow. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. A woodwode has taken up residence in this clearing. You approach, it aims at you with its heavy arms. The woodwode relaxes at your feet. Beside it stands a lever with the crest of the moon. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. You stumble into a strange place, very unlike the forest you should be in. A menacing figure looms over the room, attended by two Eladrin. The queen tells you that if you complete her challenge, her cache of treasure will be yours. in approval and wordlessly signals for one of her attendants to summon your well-earned reward. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. You approach a pair of bullywugs who stand in the center of this clearing. They study each other's faces with intense focus. When you try the lock on the door, the two bullywugs turn toward you in surprise.
Huh? How'd you do that?
They ask in unison.
You're smarter than we thought, but we won't let you get near that key.
The bullywugs share a look.
The key again.
One asks. The other merely shrugs.
It was what you
The twins let out their last confused croaks, and a key clatters to the ground. You've been transported into a shady circle of trees. You spy a stone relief of a satyr above the doorway directly in front of you. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. You enter a small clearing. In the center sits a gnome wearing a comically large hat, accompanied by two others, an exasperated squirrel and a hound who is soundly asleep. You can hear the gnome and the squirrel arguing.
It is 6 o'clock!
The gnome declares.
No, it is not!
Replies the squirrel.
It is so!
Says the gnome.
You have bats in your hat!
Answers the squirrel. Shouts the hound, roused from his slumber and snarling in your direction.
What? Where?
Asks the gnome. When you remind him that he offered you the cup of tea, he shakes his head.
You never said you were a thief!
He says.
That changes everything!
The strange gnome slumps on the ground, followed by a shattering of cups and plates. You spy a lever with the crest of the satyr behind him. As you pull this lever, you can somehow sense a door yawning open in the distance. You sense a door creaking open in the distance, opening a path onward to Hermia's hiding place. Your stomach drops as you fall to the empty sky. Then your feet find purchase on something invisible, yet solid. Hermia perches on a nearby tree branch.
Hello, worm. Dinner was delicious. Sorry to say, I couldn't save you any scraps. Those crows wanted supper, but they could barely keep themselves from coughing. How unfortunate. Some birds can't appreciate fine dining. For dessert, I ought to bring you something that...
Behind a cluster of fluorescent orbs. Another challenge for the The last orb disappears, and the elusive owl reappears to face you one last time. Hermia lets out a weary sigh. With her being a bird and whatnot, this sounds more like a drowning.
Oh, pity. I find here some different presents. Perhaps a new scarf. I do indeed need to work on my knitting.